input, which is this one, I think. So this is 2 saws, and we can change the duty cycle on that. So let's go back to sine. Okay, that's the way. We've got a scaling control. So what I'm going to do is take the output off the LFO, connect it to the control voltage input on the VCO. So we'll just turn the LFO, let's change to a different waveform. Oh, it's a sine wave now on the LFO, and that's, you can see the frequency of the LFO there. Okay, and then we're putting this into the CV input, and this is the scaling on the CV input. Let's turn the volume up a bit. And if we put a random, signal into the VCO, just see. So the one back from the sine wave is the random voltage, and once again, it's controlled by the frequency there. If you want to increase the scale, the range on the LFO, you can basically feed the plus 3 volts into it and then scale it accordingly. So that changes the range on the LFO. You can also modulate that as well. Okay, what's next? Okay, let's do the FM. Right, turn the scaling down, or won't make any difference. So there's a sine wave, and we're putting the LFO into the FM input on the VCO. And because this has got digital oscillators, you're able to go through 0 very, very easily. So you can get some very nice wobble board effects. Here we go. Now this is the FM depth control. And if we slow this down, you can hear the through 0. You can adjust the effective point using the CV. You can also introduce, using the difference control, the second part of the main VCO. Maybe we'll use the ADSR envelope generator. We'll set sustain to 0, that's sustain, and we'll take the output of that and we'll feed that into, what should we do? We'll feed that into the modulation on there. So we'll just set the ADSR to generate. I haven't tried speech yet, but there's no reason why it won't sound amazing, but there's no reason why you can't use speech to modulate the FM. We'll put the ADSR, it's not that interesting, we'll put the ADSR into the, let's see which light dip this is. Let's do a conventional patch. So we take the output of the VCO, we're going to go into the input of the filter, the output of the filter, let's hold it up to the camera, output of the filter goes to the input of the VCA, the control voltage on the VCA we'll put into the output of the ADSR, and we'll run the ADSR on sustained 0, so it's running automatically. So we'll just use noise. We'll just change that to a frequency. And let's change the frequency of the LFO, the VCO with the LFO. We've now got a sine wave coming out of our LFO. Just noticed we're not actually modulating the filter, so we will modulate the filter with, let's use the LFO to be on the safe side.